I thought it'd be fun to talk about companion plants. And if you're wondering what exactly companion plants are, they're teeny tiny little plants, little guys, dwarf varieties that you put in with your bonsais. I have a few to choose from here. This is a Polkadot plant, which is beautiful, but they're kind of high maintenance because these actually get big, and I don't want that. These require a lot of pruning. But I just love the contrast you get here. I mean, that would add so much vibrance planted in there. But there's other things to keep in mind, like the conditions. You know, over here, this is a dwarf Hosta. I don't know what variety. I bought it, and it just says dwarf Hosta. And it's got bit by a fly. It really hurt. They don't usually bite. Anyways, I went ahead and already loosened one out of the soil here. I used my handy chopstick to clean the roots out. But a Hosta, well, in the garden, these typically go well with azaleas. So that, I think, would look great. Over here, this is actually a crepe myrtle, and they can take a lot more sun. I have this layer of moss down in here which doesn't like sun, but I did that because I was trying to retain some moisture to get the roots to recover from some heavy pruning. So really the moss would make more sense over here, but I think that that would just be too much with this. So ideally what's going to happen is this is going to grow up, shade the moss, and whatever goes under it, but for the time being, I have to consider what's going to go well in here. And for that, I like this little Caladium. Pardon the dog. This is a dwarf variety of Caladium. I, again, don't know what kind it is, but it's super, super tiny. And Caladiums can take a lot more sun than can, like, a Hosta. Although mine do really well in deep shade, too. So I think this would be more compatible. That's kind of what this is all about, is compatibility and contrast and whatnot. So first I'm going to start with this Hosta and see if that looks okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to try and clear as much gravel out of the way as possible. I'm going to put the Hosta maybe right here. Nah, I'm probably going to put it right here. I don't want to detract from those pretty roots. This bonsai gravel is not cheap, so it's like $8 for a small bag. I would use aquarium gravel, but I really prefer the lava, this crushed lava, and I've never really seen that for aquariums except for planted mix, and it's very expensive. It's even more than this. So there we go. It clears as much out of the way as possible. And then chopstick. I'm going to go through here and kind of dig out a little spot. Something, get a nice opening. Basically, I'm loosening the soil so that I can reach in and pull some dirt out without disturbing the roots. Okay, so that's really all a companion plant is. It's just something very small, help add some height and some depth. I kind of have a straight line going here, which is bugging me, so I'm going to keep playing around with this to make it work out a little bit better. And do what I can. The pagoda might go. I know I keep saying that. Can't decide. There are others. These are mud decoration to make little mud men. I don't know where my others went, but I don't know. Oh, maybe. I don't know. But so there's a good example of a companion plant. Now, let's focus on the Caladium. You know what? Change of plans. This is a tropical, and I will be leaving the crepe myrtle outside in a protected place during the winter. So I would much rather use this for an indoor bonsai. So back to the drawing boards.